So I was just reading here in I Hate You, Don't Leave Me. Coping with chronic feelings of emptiness. It says, the borderline individual lacks a sense of purpose or value. Yep. Purpose. What's my purpose? I don't know. At first, before I had a child, I thought my purpose was to have a child. Then after I had a child, I had no further purpose. And I decided my purpose was to create beauty in the world, for others and for myself, but just to create beauty. That's a good enough purpose. And now, I don't know, that all seems to have worn away with the fizzling out of my home-based business. I no longer sell beauty. I don't do any kind of art. I don't sew. I don't even upload lovely slideshows to music anymore. So I'm not creating beauty. So what the heck is my purpose? And then value. And I just was saying to myself out loud, my value is determined by the percentage in my Father's will. Now, how dumb is that? How dumb is that? That can't be true. That's not true. So where do I get my value from? Who gives me value? Can you have value if you're the only person in your little bubble? If I don't interact with any other humans, do I still have value? It's like if a tree falls in the forest, does it really, and there's no one there to hear it, does it really make a sound? Same thing, that's how I feel, you know. So does value entirely come from other people? He feels like he has nothing to give and is unworthy of receiving love or attention. And that's why I got the dog. And now I have surrendered the dog to a charity. And boy, have I been flip-flopping. I've been borderline flip-flopping. One side to the other side. Definitely going to keep the dog. Definitely going to get rid of the dog. And then back again. And like even just this morning, I took down my Kijiji ad for the dog. Because I was certain I'm not giving her away now. And then I looked up one more thing. Because it's all connected to the death of my cat. And I had been thinking that the dog couldn't possibly have put enough stress on my cat for the diabetes to develop. I thought, no, it's the steroid that caused the diabetes. And then I looked it up again this morning. Does stress cause diabetes? Just that, not even the word cat in there. And oh yes, it does. For people too. You go through enough stress, your insulin something or other's shut down. And that gives you diabetes. And I thought of how freaked out, how often she was by the dog in the house, the poodle. And then just this morning, my other cat threw up. Same thing like my dead cat used to do. And like, okay, no, that's not okay. I am so scared that my other cat is now going to get diabetes too, because throwing up is one of the signs. And this other cat, Minuet, she doesn't throw up, hardly ever. And I saw her and she was scanning for the dog, watching from her little box. What's the dog doing? Is she coming my way? So it's time. Like, I know what the best thing is. The right thing to do is to give this dog up. So I did. So I went from this morning taking down my Kijiji ad to going ahead and signing her over to the charity with one of those computer mouse signature things. I have literally surrendered her legally. Now I have to wait to hear back from the coordinator as to when they can come get her. And I know it'll be within 2 weeks. I'm looking down because she's right here. There's the doggy woggy. Oops. Always at my feet. In fact, that's one of the things that drives me nuts. I go to the kitchen, she's at my heels. I go in the bathroom, when I come out, she's blocking the doorway. When I sit down, she's at my feet, you know. It's... why? So yeah, so I was just reading about that and how borderlines hate something and then love it, and yep, that rings some major sized bells there. And like this guy here is talking about, when we finally hired that special instructor for tennis lessons, you were excited, but some days you're enthusiastic and other days you've said you really dislike him and don't want to go back. Boy, does that ever sound familiar. Encourage physical activity. Get him or her out of the house. Walk, jog, or join an exercise class. Physical exertion and outside activity drag him or her away from the black hole into which she is pulled. And I haven't been walking my dog because I really can't be bothered in the weather, and I got better things to do with my time. Give me just any number of excuses, right? I don't want to go outside, just like I don't want to read. I just spent almost 3 hours avoiding reading until I sat down and set my timer on my phone, which I am currently even interrupting right now just to film. But I am reading, and yep, the black hole into which she is pulled. And yes, I do find going out to walk the dog does snap me out of it, yet I am pulled not to do that. And why is that? I am pulled not to put my boots and coat on. Today was slushy though. It's a slushy, it snowed last night and then it went up to 3 degrees, and it is stick to your boots slush out there, and I did not want to go for a walk. And yesterday I didn't go for a walk because, well, I was just enjoying not going out, and I said to the dog, we'll go tomorrow. Even though I haven't walked her all week, not since last weekend, and that's terrible, but it's another good reason to give her to somebody who will walk her every day. And another reason why I decided to sign, and I didn't just sign willy-nilly, like I filled in the form, I got to the signature part, and then I watched a YouTube video, and I had something to eat, and I did a few other things while I thought about it. And I read a reply from a correspondent on Kijiji who pointed out that my dog loves me. There she is, see? Puppy loves me. Yeah. Oh, blink. Yeah, and aw. And that's why I was so not wanting to give her up, because I don't have anybody else around here who loves me. Yeah, so that was an eye-opener. So I'm keeping her because I need somebody who loves me. Hadn't thought of that. She's my puppy. Oh, her nose stinks, actually. Maybe time for a bath. We'll have to check the records. She gets a bath once a month. See how sweet she is. Oh. So if you want to adopt Coco, she'll be on Standard Poodles in Need very soon. Oh, such a sweet puppy.